Okay, there's Liverpool Airport, and we are now accelerating to fly away. Currently at 250 knots, so I'm going to accelerate to 420 knots, which is 7 miles a minute.
And you had the warning from about being too close to the ground. Wow, look at that. Okay.
300 knots now, we're turning right to point down the river Mersey.
We're banking quite sharply down the river.
This is 45 degrees out the bank, we'll be more than that.
Really?
When we're in the valleys, we'll be on our side at 90 degrees in the valleys. Right, here go the wings at 350 knots, wings back.
So, okay, so you're moving the wings back so you can pick up speed.
Safe journey back to the Blue Bill, contact radar 119.850, good day.
And we are literally, we're just, what height are we?
We are flying through 400 feet.
Radar 119.850.
With the told us not above 1,500 feet because of traffic. We'll climb gradually through the towns.
Oh my God, look at this. We're wings almost touching the Mersey, and we are flying right through the city.
Contact Liverpool radar 119.850.
11985,
Station hold at 015, just identify yourself, you've been blocked out.
Now it's a radar control service.
So what are we seeing here? We're literally heading out the mouth of the Mersey now.
Yeah, coming out the mouth of the Mersey, we've got Wallasey on the left, Liverpool on the right, and we're about to head out into Morecambe Bay to head west. Seaford coming left on to west.
509, what type of service on leaving control?
Oh my God. Okay, that's not a great feeling.
509, Roger, is a traffic service well below my sector space altitude, so responsible for your own terrain clearance.
I could just feel my anti-G pants swell because we must be pulling G now.
Yeah, 1.5 to 2 G there, just a gentle warm-up.
That's a warm-up, is it?
Yeah, I'll give you a bit more of that before we get into the valley flying.
And people in Wales are used to seeing you guys, aren't they?
Yes, they are indeed. Very much so.
I would say there's that rock. Those rocks are very close.
So we have to avoid everything, all the ground by 250 feet in every direction, up, down, left and right, so we're nicely clear of it here.
Are we nicely clear?
Yes, indeed.
Just all rocks on either side. Okay, we're banking to one side very sharply. We're what, 90 degrees to the ground momentarily?
Yep. And we're just going to pass the former nuclear power station at Trysfynydd in mid Wales. On the right hand side, see the two big concrete buildings?
Yep. Just beneath us. This has got to be the best way to see the country.
Oh,
this can't be beaten, can it?
No, absolutely not. We're about a minute away from what aviation enthusiasts call the Mach loop, near the town of Machynlleth in mid Wales. And there's a narrow valley we're going to go through where we'll be well below the top of the mountain on either side of us. It may give us that pull-up warning. Don't worry about that. It's because it's quite a narrow valley.
And this is where people take photographs of tornadoes?
Sometimes they do, yes. Lots of photos out there on the internet. We don't know. It's quite late in the day. You might not see anyone. They often stand there wearing high visibility jackets, so you can wave at them maybe.
Wait, so that's what they want? Somebody waving from a tornado?
Well, they don't. They might find out later that it was you. Right, there's a bit of cloud around over there, so I can see into the valley. It's safe to go that way. The cloud's just above the mountain tops over on our left-hand side.
Banking sharply to the right.
It's quite a challenging weather day today.
What, because of the low clouds?
Yeah, the clouds just on the ridges, which could make it a bit difficult later, but we can always pull up and transit in cloud if we have to.
And that's because you do need some visibility.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, let's stay on the safe side of things.
Yeah.
Please. Oh my God, are we upside down?
It's happy. There we go. We're in the valley. And we're going to turn left quite hard now.
Jesus.
There's a bit of G coming on.
Oh my God, okay.
That's 3G around the corner.
That'll do.
The weather's all right down here. There we go.
Okay.
So we're just north of the town of Cliff, and we're going to come left again in a minute to another valley.
Yeah.
What time is it? 16:57. About 15 minutes. That's all we need to climb. Try and cut a minute off the route by turning a bit early here.
And the point of being able to do this is not just because of the larks, because you can, but because this is what you would need to do to avoid. You were avoiding
Radar.
Yeah,
absolutely. So the radar can't see through the hills, so the lower you can get, the more protected you are from air defence radars. And it's a skill that might be needed if we ever go to war with an advanced nation. But it's not a skill that can be quickly learned, so rather than lose the skill forever, you should keep it alive with occasional practice. And the amount that we're doing has reduced an awful lot over the years. I think low flying for fast jets peaked in about 2002, something like that, and it's been decreasing ever since then.
But also, presumably, if you've got a stealth fighter coming in with the Lightning, the F-35, you don't need to do that.
Well, absolutely. If it's all working as it should, then correct. The radars won't see it.
So, is this the last sort of we're going to see of this type of flying?
I wouldn't say that for sure, because it's a continual technological battle, isn't it? So, as we design aircraft that can't be seen by radar, then people will design other ways of seeing aircraft, and all you can say for sure is that no one will ever see through a mountain. Well, can we say that for sure?
Nobody will ever what, sorry?
See through a mountain.
Yeah.
So that will always be a good last-ditch option. Okay, in a second, we're going to roll all the way over to the left so that we're looking down on a car park in this mountain pass. So
okay.
Very shortly, in about 10 seconds, I'm going to roll all my left. Here we go. And over the top.
Right. Whoa! God. Okay, I'm having to restrain myself from swearing. I don't know how you're concentrating.
I'm glad you're not giving me the hard talk questions.
I think you're doing this deliberately. I think I probably would have been giving you harder questions. If you stop doing this. Wow. So
this is Lake Marla.
Is it?
Yeah. And we're about to. This is the end of our first 10 minutes of low flying. So we're going to ease up in a minute, give you a break.
What were you saying about the reason the tornado flies as it does to evade detection flying low?
Because at the stage of technology when it was designed, in the late 60s and the 70s, then radars had the upper hand over aircraft designers. The U-2 being shot down like with Gary Powers, that was the beginning of the dominance of surface-to-air missiles. So the way they decided to avoid them was to fly low. So all of the aircraft from that era, the F-111 and the Tornado and the B-1, all were designed to fly at low level. And then technology moved on with the F-117 stealth fighter.
And so the way that will fly, that can just go anywhere undetected, can it? In theory.
Well, the F-117, sorry, I was saying the F-117, originally yes, and they used it in the Gulf War, but then, you know, the radars caught up, and then so they had to move things along with the B-2 stealth bomber. Then the F-35 is just taking that another step further.
So what at the moment, the F-35 is incapable of being detected by radar.
Well, I don't know, and I wouldn't say if I did, so that's secret information.
But that's the thinking behind it. I mean, the thinking is create something that cannot be spotted unless someone's looking at it.
Correct. And you'll never get away from being spotted visually.
Yeah.
That's why the stealth aircraft originally flew at nights as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're over the pines, climbing up onto the high ground, and shortly we're going to be running down Lady Bower Reservoir, which is where the Dambusters did their training for the famous Dams raid in 1943.
Okay, so this is the bouncing bomb.
Yeah, the bouncing bomb squadron, and it's one of two squadrons with a special history in the Air Force that means that it comes back into service whenever there's an opportunity. So the Dambusters are one, and the other one is 120 Squadron, which was recognised for its role in the Battle of the Atlantic, and that'll be back in service soon, flying the new maritime patrol aircraft.
But the significant thing about the 617 Squadron, which was the Dambusters Squadron, is that they were disbanded, but they're going to be the first squadron flying the new Lightning, the F-35.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're back in. They are reforming next month in April.
I mean, they're existing now, though, in shadow form, aren't they? Because they're training.
They are. Well, they are training. They are currently attached to a U.S. Marine unit in the United States. And next month they will pick up their new identity as the Dambusters. And then later this year they will come home to their new home at RAF Marham. An interesting point of history will be that the Dambusters and 9 Bomber Squadron will both be sharing a base until we disband next year. And there's a good rivalry between the two squadrons over which of them sank the Tirpitz, the battleship Tirpitz, and much disagreement.
You don't even say their squadron number.
I'm a member of 9 Bomber Squadron. I will not say the number of the Dambusters.
What?
And I'd have to buy a round of drinks if I did. So.
Really? And if I say it in 617 in your plane, do I get...
Oh, no, you can say what you like.
I just get barrel rolled for it. Please no.
No, absolutely.
So, but to take us back, what we're seeing, or what we will see, is the reservoir, and they needed this reservoir, didn't they, to plan a bomb that would bounce along the water.
Well, they needed to practice getting down low in the valleys, getting down to exactly the right height, the right speed, and they designed anyone who's seen the movie will know all the things with the lights on the wings that crossed over at the right height, and all those ideas were tested here at the Lady Bower Reservoir because the terrain is similar to how it was in the dams in Germany. And as you'll see in a minute, we're about to turn hard right, drop down into the valley, and we'll see if we can get right down there like they would have done in their Lancasters.
This is incredible. I mean, we've still got snow on the top of the hills here. Whoa.
Here we go, there's the lake. Now we're going a bit faster than the Lancaster would, so we're not going to get right down in the bottom because we can't turn fast enough.
Please don't, because that's got to be the...
There we go, so we're down over the Lady Bower. There's the dam in front of us and the towers.
Wow.
Get your stick out and measure the towers.
Okay. Please.
And there we are. And round the corner.
Oh my God. Really? His wife.
That's it, and that's
Dead.
one more corner. And there is the final dam in the sequence. We can't get right down the bottom because we're a bit too fast for that. So we're going to ease up and head over towards Lincolnshire, show you the home of so much of the RAF today.
So that's where they worked out. There was a moment where they worked out, yes, if we drop the bomb this shape, in this way, at this point, at this speed.
I don't think they dropped the bombs in Lady Bower. They practiced the flying. They dropped the bombs in ranges out on the coast and measured how far they bounced and so on. But what they did at Lady Bower was practice getting down into the valleys and quickly to the right speed and the right height. Right. Okay, so it's going to be a loop-the-loop. It's going to be 4G. We're going to pull up straight ahead.
You don't need to do this, by the way. I'm quite happy. We can go home.
Left heading 240 degrees. That's 240 degrees, 174.
Right, so 25 manoeuvre. Here comes maximum afterburner. We're going to pull up at 360 knots.
Okay.
No traffic ahead. Right, pulling up 3, 2, 1, now. 4G. 16 Alpha. Look up at the horizon, see the world coming down to meet you.
Oh my God.
We're at
We're upside down.
10,500 feet, having started at 5.
Jesus.
10,000 feet pointing straight down.
Oh,
Here
God.
comes the G again.
That's really coming. Oh my God.
Back where we started.
Are you joking? Sure.
How do you like that?
Oh, that was horrible. That was horrible.
And we'll do a quick aileron roll, we're going to roll upside
Really?
down.
Hold on a second. Can't we just get back to normal? Can't we have a little sensation of feeling normal?
That's normal, there we go, that's straight level.
How do you cope? How do you cope?
Training, practice. This one's going to be easy. I'm just going to roll it left all the way round so we go underneath and come back up the right way. 3,
Easy.
2, 1, go.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
Told you that was easy. Try and wind it the other way. Let's get you the right way up again. There we go. That's the end of it. Are you happy with that as your aerobatic experience?
That was great. Oh my God.
And I've got one more trick to show you. We'll go down now below the cloud, over the sea, and we'll go from slow to fast. See how you feel.
Okay, good. We don't have to do that.
Oh,
we really don't.
I enjoy that, so we'll do it.
Well, how does it make you feel? I mean, I feel so sick and incapable of concentrating when you do that.
It's much easier when you're in control of the aeroplane. So for me, I feel okay. I understand exactly how it feels in the back, because when I've been in the back training people, you do get to feel a bit queasy. Yeah, having control helps. 300 levelling off. Okay, we're at 250 feet. We're now at 280 knots.
We are literally skimming over the water.
This is slow for a fast jet, and I'm going to now take it fast. Here we go. Maximum power. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm just winding up. We're going into combat power. The afterburners are lit. Here we go. Wings are going back. And they're going all the way back now to 67 degrees swept. And we're already at 450 knots. And 550 knots. There we go. That was about 20 seconds. Do you want to feel what the brakes feel like when we slow down?
No. Really?
I'm going to put the brakes on.
I think I could do without that.
Here we go. There's the brakes.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, we're just going to... What happens? You can't do that. We're going to land.
Oh.
James, I don't like this one at all.
Okay, brakes are going in.
Oh, God almighty. Sorry.
That's it.
That's amazing.